Welcome to Improvisation Part 4. I'd like to start off here by telling you a story about me and when I got my first cornet in 6th grade. You know, they told us to only buzz on the mouthpiece until our first class so they could make sure we didn't do anything wrong. Now, there's two types of people. Well, there's many types of people, but let's think of two types of people. The ultra impulsive, the ones that go for it, force it, just never even think twice about anything they're doing. And then there are the really reserved people. Now, a really reserved person might follow instructions, go home, practice on the mouthpiece a moderate amount, not force it, not try to do things they couldn't do, but just sort of feel it around a little bit on what it feels like to buzz a tone out of a mouthpiece, and then show up to the class. Now, I had played bugle in 4th grade a little bit, so I had a little bit of the just making a sound thing taken care of already. And so, of course, I just picked the trumpet up, or the cornet at that time, and I wanted to play. I wanted to play whatever. I wanted to play anything. I didn't really have any music to play yet. And so I picked the thing up, and in my mind, I'm like, all right, I'm going to blow through it. I'm going to push the buttons up and down. And so for me, it was like, okay, I want to do whatever I want, and all I need is just whatever I need, the most basic things I need. And for me, I was like, well, I've got this instrument now. I have what I need to improvise. Okay, I know that I'm supposed to blow air through it, and I know that I'm supposed to press the valve up and down, and that should change the notes or something like that. It's going through my head. And so I picked up the trumpet, and I started kind of messing around with it, and I discovered that if I only pressed down the first valve, I could do quite a few things. So I sure did not sound like that then, but I discovered that I could press the first valve up and down. Blow, push the first valve up and down. See, now a lot of people are scared to improvise because they feel like they need all these prerequisite, understandings of what to do. Like there's a way to do it. And how could there be a way to do anything you want? How could you define that way? You can do anything you want. There's no way to define it. So there shouldn't be anything that holds you back as soon as you have one parameter that you can use to improvise. See, now we've moved at first the chromatic scale was the parameter, but we weren't really thinking about it like a parameter. We're just doing whatever we want. We could have bent the pitches and not even really play the chromatic scale. We could just play whatever we want. So now we're talking about what people really think of as improvising with a band that plays with a groove and time and plays in a certain key, and you have to play that song. If you want to improvise, you have to improvise over that. You have to improvise using something. So for me, it was, well, now I have the instrument and I can press the first valve up and down. That's all I have. How well I can make a sound out of the instrument and the first valve. So I just take those two things and I express myself. See, I played second two valves. Whoops. you just have to get over just trying it. You can't be scared of it. Basically, improvising is about fear and whether or not you can conquer it.